Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Week 90 of my keto journey, and we got some stuff to talk about today. We're going to talk about the steps challenge. We're going to talk about the BeastMode challenge, my results for the week. Also, something happened to me this week I'm going to share with you. Not so good, but I'm also going to share a really cool NSV with you, non-scale victory. And we're going to talk about self-doubt and why we need to kick that crap out. Let's go. Alright guys, so welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I have gotten a lot of new subscribers lately, and it just warms my heart that you want to be a part of my journey, because I truly want to be a part of yours as well. I do have a support group on Facebook, The Shrinkables. That link is below, so if you haven't joined us over there, please do so. We're getting a lot of new members there as well, and I just love seeing the community grow, because just doing this together is so important. It's so important to have that good support system. A weight loss journey is hard. There's so many hard moments, but there's also good. It's really important to focus on the good throughout the journey too, but being able to share it with others who truly understand and know how hard it is really important. So make sure to join us over there. Become a shrinkable. Speaking of shrinkables, let's talk about the steps challenge. So this was the last week of Derek's Journey's steps challenge. Derek, thank you so much for doing these fun little challenges to just motivate us to get moving and, make exercise a priority and just getting our steps in. I truly appreciate how much you do care about the weight loss community. So thank you for putting this on. Team Shrinkables, I'm so proud of you for making an effort and doing the best that you can. I believe we came in last place, but you know what? We are all winners. Just like I said in the beginning, we are all winners as long as we don't give up. As long as you don't give up, you are a winner. So I am super proud of everyone that got their steps in this month. So talking about something that was not great for me this week. Yeah, so I didn't get as many steps in this week because at the beginning of the week, I saw Ozzy was playing with a piece of wood and he left it in the kitchen, and I was doing something, I was distracted, and there was a screw sticking up on the piece of wood, and I didn't see it, stepped directly on top of it, okay? The screw went in my foot. And it didn't really hurt that bad when it happened. Like, obviously it hurt like something going in your foot. And took care of it, got a Band-Aid on, some antibiotic ointment. And it didn't really hurt until that night. It started to like ache and just, holy moly, okay? And then I woke up the next morning. Oh my word, I couldn't even walk on it. I'm like, what is going on with me? Like, I am just a freaking hot mess. Like, why do I always have things happen to me? And I swear they happen to me to make me stronger, to show me that I can get through it, right? But yeah, it was a few days that my foot was just, I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain. Ozzy felt so horrible. Oh my gosh. And I felt so horrible for him because it's not his fault, he didn't think about what he was doing. And I wasn't paying attention, and I walked directly on the screw. Okay, so anyway, that's the horrible thing that happened to me this week. So I had like 3 days where I didn't get my steps in. Obviously, I couldn't even walk. But yeah, only me. So let's talk about the results and the last week of the BeastMode challenge, Derek's BeastMode challenge. So I ended up losing 17 pounds this month, not including this past week. 17 pounds for the month, which was a lot of water weight. It just got me back on track, and I did that using the keto egg fast, of course, and some carnivore, which are great tools to help lose that water weight. So that is what I did this week. Lost 17 pounds. I totally screwed up in March and made some really unhealthy choices, and I ended up having a huge gain. And so I knew knew, you know, March was kind of my blow it month, and then April was going to be my recovery month. And that's exactly what it was. And so I'm cool with that. But this past week, my husband and I had a date day. We went to margaritas over the weekend, and we have a new babysitter now, which is freaking awesome. She's awesome. They love her. We love her. And it's so nice having a babysitter. Oh my word. So we get to have a date night. We do that like once a month now. So we went to margaritas, and I ate all the carbs. I ate all the Mexican food, and it was just, oh, so yummy. I had a Russell Rita, and we had chips and salsa, and we had steak fajitas. So had some carbs over the weekend, and I ended up gaining only 1 pound, which is huge for me because I usually gain a lot. Like I've talked about that before. I have hypothyroidism. So anytime that I eat, you know, a lot of sodium, or if I have, you know, too many carbs, I put on the weight pretty quickly. I mean, in March, I had a 16-pound gain, okay, over 2 weeks from just eating carbs and sodium and crap. I gain weight very easily. But what's cool is I do take it off just as easily when I do the keto egg fast or carnivore or something strict. So I only gained 1 pound over the weekend, which was like, I was like, cool, you know. Started the week off on Friday for the weigh-in at 218, and then only gained a pound over the weekend. But I ended up being kind of lazy throughout the week. Did nothing strict, and I was kind of picking things that I wasn't supposed to have. You guys know what I mean? And so that was kind of like what my week was. And so I ended up gaining another pound. So on Friday for final weigh-in, I was 220. So I gained a couple pounds this week. It's also my period week. It's my week to gain some weight. So unfortunately, I didn't lose any more weight for the last week of the Beast Mode challenge. I'm not sure who the winner was, but I was in first place before then, but I could have lost that place. So we'll see. We'll see. Check out Derek's channel if you want to see who the winner was for the Beast Mode challenge. But everyone did so freaking amazing. So proud of you guys for just really pushing through this month and losing some weight, and just really proud of you. Derek is doing another challenge in May that I am a part of. It's another weight loss challenge. Whoever loses the most weight is the winner, but there's going to be eliminations, which I think is really cool because it's just going to motivate us to do even better, because no one wants to get eliminated. I know I don't want to get eliminated. So May is going to be an incredible month, and I'm going to be starting it out with the keto egg fast. I feel like I've done a lot of egg fasts recently, and when I do too many of them, you know, close together, sometimes it's hard for me because I do get sick of eggs. Even if I'm eating chaffles all the time, I never get sick of chaffles though, ever. But I do get sick of eggs. And so we'll see. I may do just a couple days of the egg fast and then do carnivore the rest of the time. But I do want to lose any water weight that I may be holding on to. I'm a couple pounds up. So yeah, I want to start the month off great and do something strict to shock my body. Even if you're not actually joining the challenge, join along with me. You know, do this with me. Let's make May amazing. We're heading into summer, you know? I mean, maybe you want to get your beach body going on. So come do this with me. Let's do the best we can for May, and let's totally rock it. Let's do it together. Just comment below, I'm in, if you want to do this with me. All right, really quick, I want to talk about a really cool NSV that I had recently. Now, an NSV is a non-scale victory, so something that just reminds you how amazing you're doing when you're not focusing on the scale, right? Like losing inches and fitting into your clothes better. And there are so many different NSVs that you can have, and it's so important to focus on those because sometimes the scale is going to be a little liar. The scale is going to be an enemy. It's going to show you something that you don't want to see sometimes. So focusing on those NSVs is really important. And I had a pretty big one recently. Now, I have been obese my entire life. And I grew up as an obese kid. I was an obese teenager, and I was an obese adult, you know, for the majority of my adulthood. I got gastric bypass surgery in 2015, and I ended up losing 126 pounds in a year. And I got down to 192 pounds. That was my lowest weight ever being an adult. And even when I got to that weight, I was still fat in my mind. You know, my mind hadn't caught up with it. And because it happened so fast, you know, after weight loss surgery, you just lose it. You lose it really, really fast. And I was still, even though I was fitting in these clothes and seeing a person in front of me that was thinner, seeing pictures, of a new me, I still couldn't believe it. I still thought of myself as, a 300-pound girl. I mean, I got to almost 400 pounds when I was 30 years old. And I've just always been that person. So even after having weight loss surgery, I still never thought of myself where I was, as a thin person. And I ended up having my 3 kiddos after that. I had Ozzy and then I had the twins. And so I gained 100 pounds back. So I wasn't there long enough to even enjoy it, to even realize that I was there. So I was talking to Ozzy recently, and I can't remember what we were talking about, but I'm always talking to him about, bullying other kids, never to ever call anyone fat, or to never to bully anyone, for anything, and to be kind. But I was a kid that was bullied my entire life, so I know what it feels like to be called fat over and over and over again, and just for that to become your identity, or you think it's your identity. And so I really drill it into my kids, you're not going to be that kid. You are not going to be that kid that will torment someone, about their weight, because it does. It leaves scars. It does. And I can't remember what we were talking about, but the subject came up of me being fat. And I realized in that moment that I'm not fat, that I don't feel like I'm fat. And it was a huge, huge moment for me, because I have always felt like I was fat, always. And so I've been on this journey for 89 weeks now. I'm 156 pounds, 154 because of my 2-pound gain, 154 pounds down from my highest weight. And I've been doing this long enough without giving up, I've had my setbacks, but I always get back on track. And so I've been doing this for 90 weeks, not 89, I'm sorry, 90 weeks of doing this. And I'm finally realizing that I'm not fat. And no, I'm not where I want to be. I still have, 46 pounds left to go, or 48 pounds left to go till I'm at my goal weight. But I'm looking at pictures and I'm seeing myself and I'm like, wow, I'm not a fat person. And maybe I haven't been fat for a long time, but my mind is actually there. I will still look in the mirror and I will see all of my excess skin. It's a constant reminder of where I've been and how heavy I actually got. It's a constant reminder. I have a lot of excess skin. And yeah, I'm going to get skin removal surgery one day, and I'm going to document everything because I'm not going to lose 200 pounds and still feel uncomfortable with my body. So I am definitely going to be getting skin removal surgery, and that's going to be a whole other chapter. And I'm terrified, but excited too. So really cool NSV, really huge, because my mind is catching up. I'm on this journey long enough and the weight is coming off slow enough for my mind to catch up, we don't want the weight to just drop. We don't want the weight to fall off. I mean, yeah, we do, right? It's fun. It's fun to lose weight. We want things to happen fast. We're impatient people. But the slower it comes off, the more your mind can catch up, the more we can learn how to do this, and the more successful we're going to be at maintaining this, right? So let's embrace it. Let's embrace the slowness of a weight loss journey, because it's what's best for us. It's how we're going to be the most successful. So who out there struggles with self-doubt? Anyone? Self-doubt is a killer, and we need to kick it out of our lives, kick it out of our weight loss journey, kick it out of our minds, because self-doubt is going to take you down. I feel like sometimes it's so hard to believe in ourselves and believe that we can actually do this, because we keep messing up, we keep making crappy choices. So what makes us think that we're actually going to be successful at this, that we're actually going to reach our goal weight and be able to maintain it for the rest of our lives? Can we even do that? Yes, we can do that. We need to stop doubting ourselves because it's just going to set us up for failure every single time, you know? Like if we have hope in our journey and we have hope in ourselves, belief in ourselves, then we're going to know exactly where we're going, and we're going to know that no matter how long it takes, we're going to get there. But if we keep doubting ourselves, and if we keep thinking that, you know, it's just too hard, we're not going to be able to actually do this, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it because those bad thoughts in your mind are going to get in the way every single time. They're going to make you think that you can't do it every single time you mess up, you know? We need to stop with the self-doubt. We need to start believing in ourselves a little more, because I believe in every single one of you. Every single one of you. I know that you can do it. I know that you have what it takes, and we have God to help us. Like, we need to lean on Him for that extra strength, you know? Because He has tons of it and He's willing to share it with us. We need to ask for that strength, and we need to hold on to that. Every single day we need to hold on to that, because we are going to get through it. But you know what? We need to change our minds. We need to start believing in ourselves and believing in our capability to actually do this. It isn't easy. And I struggle with these things too. I struggle with them a lot sometimes, you know? And I've realized recently that I'm going to have my addiction forever. I'm going to have my addiction forever, but I need to stay on top of it. I need to stay stronger than my addiction. This week, it kind of creeped back in, not full force, but it kind of creeped back in. I was picking, foods that I shouldn't be picking because they're trigger foods, right? Like they trigger something. And it probably started with my date day, eating those chips and salsa and having the Russell Rita and the steak fajitas, and it triggers something inside of me that makes me remember all the foods that I love to eat. And it makes me think, you can't do this, like you're going to miss those foods way too much. You can't do this. You're not strong enough. All of that negative self-talk and just doubting myself and my ability to do this. We need to stay stronger than it. And we can. We just have to replace those thoughts with good, healthy, positive thoughts. Immediately, once anything creeps in your mind that is not going to help you, replace it with something good, something true. You're amazing. You're awesome. You have come so far. You can do this. We need to start believing in ourselves a little bit more, because it's what's going to help us be successful and be able to do this for the rest of our lives. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Going into this next week, I'm going to be doing the keto egg fast. I'm going to be doing some carnivore. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have another what I eat in a day video, unless you guys do want to see that. If you want to see some egg fast and carnivore meals, I will film it. So just let me know down below, and I will be happy to do that. All right, guys, like this video. If you did like it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to join my support group on Facebook, The Shrinkables. Would love to see you over there. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I will see you at the next video. Stay safe and choose health. Bye, guys.